I used to stay up all night trying to find my place, chasing neon lights and looking for some kind of trace.
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you and get into my weekly check-in because I really need to know what the numbers are. So what I need to know is my budget amount and how much I've actually spent. I went ahead and wrote down all the spending over here, and I'll show you on my calendar and we'll check them off as we go. But what the number I'm trying to figure out today and what we're going to go through is, did I go over budget? And on these 4 categories, and what did I in total accrue as far as spending and bills for the first 6 days of, what is this, April? Oh my gosh, I forgot what month it is. And so I need to know how much I need to pay my credit card because all of this is going on the credit card, but it is spending from the checking account and the money has to be in the checking account. We don't spend from the checking account where all the money comes in, but we do use it to pay our bills and pay our credit card with our spending categories, which is why we budget ourselves a certain amount of money for each of them. So let's go ahead and dive in and see how much I spent this week. Okay, I have my spending here ready to go for the month of April. Now, I did put April 1st down here at the bottom of the calendar. This is actually a second calendar in my monthly planner from Erin Condren. This is just, well, I covered it all with stickers. It's just a monthly planner, and it's got news pages and then the monthly view. My monthly view is used for bills only, and we'll look at that in a minute. And then I did a second calendar where you can get a large sticker from Planner Kate, and I got one for the entire, or got a pack for the entire year, where you can create your own calendars in your planners. So if you need a second one and you do your spending categories on, then that is what this is for me. And I just use ceremony stickers as far as my decorative happy place, I guess you could say. It keeps me into budgeting. I get new stickers, I get to see new things, and I keep coming back to this planner to make sure I'm spending money and stewarding money very well, or definitely try to stay in budget. And so that is what I do here. But we are going to look at all the spending that I have so far. So I'm going to start down here. And the first category I have is grocery household in pink. The next one is restaurants in this light blue, and then miscellaneous in this light green, and then gasoline, copay, and unbudgeted. As you see, there's a lot of unbudgeted here, but I'm going to explain where the money's coming from for that. It's a little bit different, but I did want to track it in here to see, am I being frivolous or am I spending responsibly with the income and savings that we have. So let's go ahead and zoom in so you can see better. Okay, so down here you see I have 2 items that are grocery household. That's what we're starting with. So let me get my little notepad here, and I had I'm trying to figure out if I just went back and got an extra item, but there was twice I was at Meijer and spent $75.15 and $13.43. So those 2 were on April 1st. And I can't remember April 1st. So I don't know what I did there. But I did a little bit of grocery shopping, and apparently I forgot something and went back and got it. Now up here on the second, let's see if I can get my notepad to fit in. On the second here, we had $55.58, which I have right here, and then $19.72. There we go. And then the next one I have is this $22.08 and $196.35. That was actually a grocery pickup. It was a large grocery haul, so that's what I did there. Then I'm going to move on to, we're going to just check off everything. Okay, so now I can total up grocery household and we can find out exactly how much we spent in grocery household. So let's take the calculator here. I'm trying to avoid the glare is what I'm trying to do here. And we will get these totals. All right, so there we have a total of $382, and I believe that says, yeah, 31 cents. So there we go. And that's the grocery household. And if you had saw or noticed on my weekly check-in, I'm definitely over budget in that. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that down. It's a little different than I normally do it, but $382.31. And then we'll do the balances in just a minute. I printed off some stickers for myself for my weekly check-in, so I'm excited about those. Restaurants. I have 2 restaurants. Now, my husband and I have been refraining from going out to eat for Lent. Lent was over yesterday on the 6th. So my sons did not participate with us, so they did order stuff. So they got their pizza night, Friday night pizza night, $32.83. And then last night I did not have time to cook dinner and cook stuff for the church. We had a Seder dinner last night and it was beautiful and we had a really good time. So that was $21.68. So in order to get everything done that I needed to get done, because I had to make like 3 packages of matzo balls, I think it's called matzo, and I didn't want to cook them too soon, and it took about 45 minutes for each set, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I had to still get it to the church right down the road. So yeah, I was like, I don't have time to cook for anybody else. And even though we had a Seder dinner and our sons did come with us, they are very picky about food, and if it doesn't taste just right, then they won't eat it, and I wanted to make sure they ate before they came. So, and dinner was at 6. We didn't actually start eating until 7, so it was kind of late for them to eat anyway, but it worked out fine. So that's why we have 2. This will probably pick up more restaurants throughout the month because now that Lent is over, I'm sure my husband is dying to go out to eat, especially for Chinese. He keeps bringing that up, so we'll see. Let's total these together. $32.83 and then $21.68, and that gives us $54.51. So I'm going to write that down here, which we're still in budget for that, I'm sure, so I'll write that in just a minute. Miscellaneous, we did pretty good. I bought movie tickets, so let's see, make sure the restaurants were checked off. Yeah. So the only miscellaneous that we have here is up here with the movie tickets. We're going to go see Mario Brothers right after I film this. My sons love that stuff, so we are going to do that. The next thing we have is the gasoline, and that was $40.04. That was my husband's purchase for his Jeep. I'm still pretty good on gas. I think I still have a half tank, so I'll probably get gas next week. Copay. All right, that's purple. So let's start down here. We have $16.19. Let's see. Those are just prescriptions is all I really have is prescriptions. I'm still waiting to get my bill for my doctor's appointment. I'll just set that right there. Okay, and then $19.66 right here, and then $6.14, those 2. So I did have some co-pays for me and my sons. And I think my husband also got a prescription as well, and not too bad. So let's total this number up. I just like keeping an eye on this number. It doesn't have to be budgeted, but it's nice to know I have a buffer to rely on or a budgeted category to use for these prescriptions that we're getting. So $16.19, $19.66, and $6.14. That is $41.99. There we go. And then I'm going to explain the copay. So now all of this spending up top here is on the credit card, and all of this bills and unbudgeted went on the credit card, but I paid some of the unbudgeted from other areas. Now these $250 were Walk for Life or CPC of Tidewater, which was where we used to live in Virginia. It was Chesapeake, Virginia, and our friends, our family, kind of church family, are doing the Walk for Life in Chesapeake, Virginia, and we still love supporting them. So we did sponsor 2 people for the Walk for Life, $50 each. And that came out of the tithing savings when I wasn't sure what church we were going to go to. And we were putting our tithing away for a later date and then allowing God to kind of guide us on where to donate from that. and that's where we were led to this month. And I just thought it was a great way to support our friends that we miss dearly, but still, you know, and still tithe and give. So there's that. Now this one doesn't have anything next to it, which means it's coming out of the checking account, which is what all this spending is meant to be paid from. All my weekly check-ins, when you see what I'm doing, it's coming from the checking account. I'm paying the credit card from the checking account. So that's going to come in the checking account. And then this is coming from a sinking fund. So 104.94. Let me see if I can get my sinking funds for you. Do I have it set up? Savings and let's see, sinking fund. Yeah, I do. So as you're going to see over here, my sinking funds, I had a lot happen. 104.94 I'm paying for tech, and then I need to add another number to this, so I'll get to that in a second. And I need to rewrite this number here. I don't close out my sinking funds till the end of the month, so no problem there. So this turned out to be 119.40. This is my Canva, my intros and outros to my YouTube videos, and I used to do digital products and stuff. I don't anymore. That doesn't look like 119. Things like that. Those are what's going on. I use Canva for, so that's another year subscription with Canva to use Canva Pro, and they have a lot of amazing new things happening right now, so that's kind of cool. We're going to check that off. And then this hasn't happened yet, so we'll ignore CKY and the landfill. That comes out like the 10th or something like that, so it hasn't happened yet, but I made a note here that this is what the bill is. I already have the bill, and I'm ready to go to take it out of the sinking funds when it hits our credit card or checking account. I can't remember which I scheduled it for. So I do need to add to the 104.94 here, plus the this 296.79. And this was an Amazon purchase of a lot of things, but the biggest part of it was my husband uses a CPAP machine. It's hiking, fishing, camping time. They may go out and put up tents and camp somewhere on the weekend, my son and my husband. And if they do, he needs a CPAP machine, and there's a battery that he will have to take with him to run it. So that's the one he has, the battery he has. He's had it for like 5-6 years. He used to take it on deployment with him as well when he deployed with the Navy. But he, 119, 14, and then that. But he needs a new one because, that one's kind of wore out. And it's also good. We had a power outage the other day, so it's good to have that backup battery for a power outage as well. Whoops. Sneak peek of next month's. There we go. So I'm going to mark off all these different yellow stickers where we had all these different purchases. And really the only one I have to be concerned about for the checking account is the 187.09. So everything you see here, savings and sinking fund, I've actually transferred from those accounts to the credit card to pay those specific amounts. And so those are actually already taken care of on the credit card. I don't even have to think about it. I just wanted to kind of list it here and show you can use other accounts or other ways other than one checking account where all the cash comes in to pay towards if you're putting everything on a credit card and paying for it. So that, or you can use it with your checking account same way. It's if it goes to savings, you just transfer funds to your savings account, depending on what kind of bank you have. If they charge and things like that. We don't get charged extra for doing all this, so I move money around all the time, and I'm sure they're sitting back here laughing at me. So let's see, here's my monthly bill calendar. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit. There we go. So this is the entire month. Everything up to the first salary check has come. So I'm only looking from the 31st to the 6th right now because this is a weekly check-in and this is what we're checking in. I have these little where it says CC right here. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'll zoom back in. Right, it says CC right here. This is half of it is CC. That just means half of what this was on the credit card. This went to the credit card. These two went to the credit card, and this went to the credit card. So those are the bills I was looking at that I needed to pay on the credit card. Even though I counted it here on my calendar, I just wanted to make sure the credit card also gets paid. So that's what that is for. So we're going to go back here, and these are all those amounts. So $87, that was a tithe. Oh, I don't know why I turned the page. I need to be back here. This is part of a tithe to the food bank, local food bank here. I also have Spectrum right here, $192.34 or 32. Ugh, can't talk today. And so the Spectrum bill came out. It always hits on the first of every month, which is, you know, really good timing for us. And then we have Amazon Music from my husband's subscription, and we have Paramount Plus, which is our family subscription, and then my son's Humana Health for his health insurance. We have to pay separate for that, but he pays us rent, and then we pay from the rent. So those bills are right here. Now we are going to the weekly check-in. We have all these totals here, and at the end we'll total all this up and get the actual credit card payment, and you'll see that. But let's see how well we did or bad we did for our weekly check-in here. I already got the $382.31 for grocery household. For restaurants, we did really good, $54.51. So we're under budget there, and then miscellaneous we're under budget, which is really good, $37.52, mainly because I put a lot of things that I would have taken out of miscellaneous and put it as unbudgeted so that I can use sinking funds to pay for them. So that's where that came from. And then unbudgeted, I'm just going to put this one, and I'm going to definitely pay this. I'm not going to delay paying this. I'm just going to pay this $187.09. It's the only one that has to come out of the checking account, and now we get to do the balances. So I already know I need my red pen just by looking at it, and that might as well just write that down. $82.31. There we go. Here is not over budget, so let's go ahead and figure that out. 100 minus 54.51, and that gives us $45.49. And then miscellaneous, I have $100 I budgeted this week, and that gives us minus 37.52, and that gives us 62.48. There we go. And then I'm just gonna remind myself that there was unbudgeted, and I don't budget for unbudgeted, so the whole thing is in red. So here we go. I'm just gonna check these off because I'm paying the credit card. And that is the weekly check-in part. We're going to go ahead and total in these, total these numbers and get a total credit card payment. I know it's a little kind of all over the place. It's more than a weekly check-in. It's a weekly check-in and the bills, everything that went on the credit card. But you guys seem to like that, so this is how I kind of do my budgeting and keep track of everything. $382.31 plus the 54. Oops. 0.51, and then 40.04 and 37.52 and 41.99 and 187.09. Oh no, I just realized I did not remember to calculate that. So total, let's see, spending was $743.46. So just put that off to the side here, and let's total this up. 87 plus 953 plus 192.32 plus 5.99, and then 570 Okay, so that is $864.84. And I'm going to add that to the $743.46. There we go. And this is what goes to the credit card to pay all the spending that went on the credit card, as well as bills I have put on the credit card. And that is a complete picture of everything that I spend during that time. So let me zoom out. So that is week 1 of the weekly check-in and what I spent on the credit card and paying that off. I also track back here with the spending tracker to kind of categorize exactly the way I do here with these colors, and I just use a brighter green to mark when I make payments. And you can see here, payment from sinking fund, payment to the credit card, which is what you just saw the math here. This is how I figure it out, same amount. And then sinking fund, savings account, that's where that was paid from. So there you go. That is how I do this budget. So I look forward to seeing you next time. Next video is the paycheck video because my husband got paid, and I will be putting that up the next day after this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Someone who could like the